So we knew the kids were at it again. Well, one night, as my mom, dad, my brother, and I were watching TV, we heard loud knocks on our door. Before she could say anything, my brother and I ran to the door to see who it was. We asked, "Who is it?" but no one answered. We opened the door and no one was there. My brother and I go back and we tell my mom that no one was there. But again, there was another loud knock at the door. This time, my mom goes to the door with us, opens the door, and no one. My brother yells, "You better stop knocking on our door or else." Thinking it was the kids from the upstairs, we went back to watching TV, but then there was a loud knock at the door again. This time, my mother said to ignore it, but the knock at the door would not stop, and it was getting louder. My mother rushed to the door, and we followed, but again, no one. The hallway was silent. No laughters, no footsteps, no door slamming. Well, we returned to watching TV in our bedroom and settled in for bed, when we see our sheer curtains to our bedroom door swift upward as if someone was standing in the doorway, lifting up the curtain. This was not like the wind blowing it away from the door, but as if someone standing there lifted those curtains. I was so scared, my brother and I started screaming. We startled my dad, who had been sleeping this whole time. Seconds after this happened, my aunt from Puerto Rico called to say her husband took his own life in his home. My grandmother thinks he came to say goodbye to us since he was very close to my father. I've had quite a few paranormal experiences, but for now, I'm going to tell you about some experiences at a haunted apartment that I used to live with my husband and eventually my 2 roommates, who are also a couple. We no longer live there and we moved to a different location, thankfully. My husband and I first moved to a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment in our early 20s before we got married. Our first few months were uneventful until our first roommate, Angel, moved in with us. He's one of those people who attract the paranormal and is relatively sensitive to it. Something had unfortunately followed him to our apartment when he moved in with us. After a couple of weeks of Angel settling into the spare bedroom, weird stuff started happening. I would wake up to use the bathroom at 2 or 3 in the morning.